Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Spitball Sports Show. I'm Jacob. Joining me, as always, is Brian. Today, we'll debrief Week 11 of the NFL, talk about some games, how our picks went. Then we'll get into Week 12 of the NFL, talk about our Thursday, Friday, and Sunday games. Hit on that Monday night game as well.
Lots of games.
Tackling a lot of games here today. But with that said, Brian, what'd you think of Week 11?
I mean, I couldn't have been happier. We got our revenge game. The Eagles got the revenge game against the freaking Chiefs, so that was fantastic. Really, really good games, man. Exciting. Your Giants got to win, so I'm sure you're happy about that. I know I texted you during that. I was like, well, they're going a little bit lower on the draft picks, but I mean, at least they got to win. Danny DeVito with the celebration. How was that?
Shocked.
How was
I'm
that
shocked
seeing
more than anything.
your people represented?
I'm shocked more than anything that they actually pulled off the win against the Commanders, but it's per tradition. You know, Giants have been owning the Commanders for a long time, and even with one of the worst teams in the NFL, they still pull it off somehow.
Like really well too. Like killed them.
I rewatched it. I since they won, I looked it up. I'm like, yeah, screw it. I'll rewatch the game. So I watched it in its entirety. Yeah, DeVito got sacked 9 times. I'd say a lot of them were his fault. You know, most of it is just Washington just putting the pressure on him. They know that he's a brand new quarterback, so they took advantage of that. But he learned as the game went. I think there was 6 of those sacks were in the first half, so he dialed it back a lot. That plus we have one of the worst O lines in football. But the best thing was just his passing, dude. He was not afraid to throw the ball. He had 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, threw for 246 yards. Pretty accurate too, 18 out of 26.
Not bad.
He was playing just fine, man. And he was balling out too. He had a lot of accurate deep balls, which we just haven't had all season. You know, with Tyrod Taylor or Daniel Jones hasn't been there.
You like the deep ball?
It's pretty crazy. No deep ball, dude.
Are you a fan of the deep ball?
Yeah, I am. I like deep balls. You know, when I put on that screen, that's what I expect to see is balls going deep.
Got it.
Especially when we can't do anything in the run game these days. But yeah, man, it was cool. And he has more passing touchdowns than Daniel Jones or Tyrod Taylor. So it's just insane.
Just insane.
And embarrassing.
I love that.
It's embarrassing.
I love that, dude.
That's cool. It's super cool for him. Yep. So that was a surprise when you texted me that they were winning. I actually turned it on and looked. Saw the score for myself. I couldn't believe it.
I know, dude. You gotta support your fellow paisanos.
I'm not Italian, but
you're
cool. Not. I'm not Italian. Everybody thinks I am. No,
you look Italian.
I look Italian. You look Italian with that mustache, bro.
You speak the most Italian.
Italian. I speak the third most Italian.
Third most Italian.
Being no Italian.
Dominic De Coco.
Dominic De Coco.
All right.
Okay, buddy. Very good. Yeah, not a fan of where we are in the draft, but we play the Patriots next week.
Mm-hmm.
We will be battling for a draft position. I don't ever want to lose to the Patriots after what we did to them in 2 different Super Bowls. But these are two totally different teams. Years ago, this would have been a hell of a game. Yeah. And now, like, this is gonna be a this is gonna be the worst game of the week.
I don't know, man. I think there's some pretty awful games slated as well. Panthers, Titans. That one.
God. Yeah, we'll get into those. Any other games that you want to touch on for Week 11?
Bears, Lions, man. Lions are got the win, but dude, I keep telling you, like, their defense they gave up 26 points to the Bears, and at one point they were losing. You know, they were down 2 touchdowns. I think coming into the 4th quarter. So, not a great look, especially against the Bears. Who, I mean, the Bears have been the Bears. They have not been great. They got Justin Fields back. He was balling out, but just giving up way too many touchdowns. That's what I'm saying, dude. These games have been way too close for a team that's as talented as they are. Luckily, they've been carried by their offense, but I mean, 26 points to the Bears, almost losing. Like that's bad luck.
Yeah, and looking at it, Goff 3 interceptions against the Bears, who nowhere near have a good defense, compared to other teams in the NFL. That's not a good number. 2 touchdowns, 236 yards, 3 picks is not. Man, you can't win games like that. Somehow they did, but that can't continue next week.
Holy dude, look at the time of possession, 40 minutes Bears, 19 minutes Lions.
That's
That's
wild.
I mean that's efficiency on the Lions part. The time they had the ball on offense, they were able to, do proper with it, do good and get touchdowns, but that just shows 40 minutes to give up 40 minutes to the Bears, your defense, like something ain't right, man.
That's the problem, is that defense is on the field way too long, so of course they're going to start giving up points if they're out there all game.
Yeah.
So very, very cool. A couple other surprising games. The one that I watched was the Cardinals versus Texans. That was a good game. That was a really good game. The Cardinals are always competitive. Unfortunately, it dropped to 2-9. The Texans are 6-4. I don't think anybody saw that coming. The Texans actually performing well. But yeah, man, Kyler Murray, he's still shaking off some rust from not playing football for a year. He's overthrowing his receivers, underthrowing them on really, really important plays. But even if the Cardinals stay in the number 1 or number 2 spot for the draft, I don't see them getting a quarterback. I don't think it's a smart decision. Kyler Murray I think he's the dude. He's a really good player. He's just shaking off rust right now. I don't think he should be graded on these 2 games that he's had. Let him finish out this season. If he keeps going down or doesn't progress, then maybe they could consider a quarterback.
That would be a really bad look for them though, because I mean, right before Kyler Murray, they had Josh Rosen, another first round draft pick for quarterback. They've been drafting quarterbacks in the first round. I mean, that's going to be that would have been their third in less than 8 years, 9 years. That's
bad. That's
really
bad. If they get that Harrison Jr. guy who's predicted to go, third overall in the draft.
Yeah.
The receiving end of it, paired with James Conner as the running back and Kyler Murray's feet, that offense would be in really good shape.
Yeah.
I see that. I see that as potentially being where they go. Like I said, they don't need a quarterback. Kyler Murray is an excellent quarterback.
That one guy on defense that they have, I forget, I don't know his name. He's got like long curly hair. Yeah, dude, he's killing it, man. He's fun to watch. He's fun to watch. He's gonna be a good player for a couple of years.
They have so many like cool pieces and good guys to watch.
Yeah.
It just, most of the games this season just haven't gone in their favor. They just haven't swung. Like they don't know how to win a football game. They're competitive enough to win.
Right.
I think part of that's coaching, because they have the dudes. They have plenty of good receivers. They have tight ends, great defensive players. They have a great running back, quarterback. They should be winning games.
Should. Another one that extremely disappointing, which I mean, we talked about the Chargers and the Packers. Chargers, it's just so bad. So bad, dude. To give up to lose to the Packers sad. Like that, like, God.
We talked about it last week with the trio, the holy trinity of Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, and Keenan Allen. Like, my goodness, that is a trio right there. They should be winning games with that. There's no way they should be 4-6 right now.
It's tough, man. I mean, dude, Herbert, I'm looking at his stats right now. He did everything he could. He rushed for 73 yards, man.
Saw that. And he's not a runner. He's a pocket passer. So Justin Herbert is trying to win football games.
Yeah.
them giving up 23 points, and the head coach saying that he was gonna call the defense going into this game, right?
Yeah.
You allow the Green Bay Packers, who have been absolutely horrendous all season, you allow them to put up 23 points on you.
And
That's not acceptable.
his meltdown at the press conference after, he's like, "Don't ask me about that." Like, he's just that dude's gone. I told you, man. That dude, he's on the hot seat right now after this game. If they lose again,
Staley is out. They might fire him mid-season, dude.
I mean, at this point, what do they have to lose? They're kind of out of contention at this point, especially
Yeah,
if they
but
lose again.
other teams will do it too. Like the Raiders too. They did it last season. A couple teams were firing guys when there wasn't really anything to win for. He could definitely lose his job
He
mid-season.
should, man. He should.
I think he
He's
should.
giving up way too many bad games. I mean, too many close games is just not great.
The close games, I saw a stat. It's like the most amount of games that they've lost in the fourth quarter or something since
Yeah.
1970.
Oof.
Yeah, it's an insane amount. Insane stats, dude. Sad to be a Chargers fan, if like we discussed, if those even exist. But but yeah, man, that's rough.
And then what about that primetime game, Vikings and Broncos? That was actually a good primetime game.
That was an awesome game.
That was fun. That was fun.
That was like it could have gone either way at any point. And then, in the second half, it looked like the Vikings had control, looked like they were going to win. And the Broncos, they put up 12 points in the fourth quarter.
Dude, their offense, the Broncos defense just had an answer for the Vikings. They could not get anything going, man.
Yep, they held them. And Dobbs, he tries, man. He rushes hard.
Yeah.
He tries to make plays. It just was not enough.
He looked amazing.
Russ was cooking on the other side. But yeah. Josh Dobbs, man, what a good story.
Yeah.
I like seeing him play. I wish he could have got this win.
Yeah, that'd have been great.
Really cement a cool story, but that's all right. Plenty of season left.
Mm-hmm. And that spread that we talked about. I know I was texting you that -1.5, dude, such a trap spread. And no one should take that. If you're taking -1.5, don't take it. Just go straight money line. You'll get a little bit better odds, but those -1.5s are always a trap. +1.5, might as well at that point just take the. I mean, you could take that or just risk it with the money line. I mean, at this point, and you would have taken. I mean, if you take the -1.5, you would have gotten it. So +1.5. But if you take -1.5, that's a trap. Stay
just
away.
Money line or like 3.5.
Yeah, like -1.5.
Like win by a field goal.
Even -3, that one's kind of like. That one's another one too. -1.5 and -3. I don't like those.
You don't like that deal?
I don't like that deal. I won't take that deal.
Damn bad deal.
Damn bad deal.
Yeah, that was a good one, man. I didn't watch it, but holy moly, the Jets got destroyed by the Bills. They got destroyed.
Much needed, man. The Bills needed that win. I think I took the Jets on that one to cover just because of how bad the Bills have been. But I mean, but even then though, man, they're like, what's his name? Josh Allen's like, I feel like I'm back. I'm like, well, I mean, okay. It's a yes or no because I mean the Jets defense, they have a great defense. Were able to stop the Eagles, but I mean, lately you have to win those games, dude. So I mean, when you play a couple good teams, play a +500 team, and then say, "Oh, I'm back," don't just say that when you're beating crap teams.
I get it. It is a division rival, right? So it's an important game.
Yeah.
But the Jets offense is putrid.
Exactly. And I mean, if again, if you're going to be, it's the same thing with the Lions and the Bears. If the defense is going to be out there for a long time because the offense ain't doing shit, you're bound to score. You're bound to score on that one. And yeah, this one, time of possession, 23 minutes to the Jets, 36 minutes to the Bills. So just the offense wasn't doing anything on the Jets side, obviously. And
per the usual. Yeah, looking at it, Zach Wilson, bro, 81 yards. 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
Dude, third down efficiency, 0 for 11 for the Jets.
Yeah, and the run game, nothing happened. Their top rushing performer, Brees Hall, 23 yards out of 10 carries.
Embarrassing.
Total yards, 155.
Embarrassing, man. I
That's
didn't.
really
Yeah.
bad.
Cool.
It's almost as bad as
It's
the
horrible.
Giants have been this season. Almost.
Almost.
Almost, bro. But Josh Allen, I mean, he performed well, like he did last season. 20 for 32, 275 yards, 3 touchdowns. Got to have that one interception in there, always.
He has to,
Got to have
man.
it.
You
Got
have
to
to.
have it in there. Why not?
It's like the McCaffrey anytime touchdown. Like it's the one constant.
I looked it up. I guess he did have a game this season where he didn't throw an interception. It was against Miami.
Ah. Dude, they
I know,
look
right?
so good. They looked so good in that game. I don't know what
The Bills?
happened. Yeah. They
I
shut
guess
down
against
that.
the Raiders. The Raiders, too, he also didn't throw any interceptions. But those are 2 games. 2 games out of 10 that he hasn't thrown an interception.
He's
Well, I guess out of
definitely one of
11
the
games.
he's one of the golden boys of the NFL. But I mean, compare his stats to other people like Prescott and people that get shit on quite a lot. He's subpar, man.
He's got to be leading in interceptions this season, right? He
Oh,
has a
he has to.
lot.
He has to.
Some games he has 3 interceptions.
We'll see. We'll see how the rest of the season turns out for them. They're kind of in that wild card contention right now. Is they can go on a run. They also have a tough schedule coming up, apparently. From
Like we
what I
talked
saw.
about. Yep, we talked about that last week. If they don't start pulling some wins against some really hard teams, they are playing against like top 5 teams with the rest of their schedule. If they don't buckle down, man, they are out of a wild card spot. Coolio. And any other games you want to talk about here?
No, I mean
we could touch a little bit more on your Eagles and Chiefs game.
Dude, that was the most stressful games of my life. I think I was telling you that. I was like, is this the typical Eagles fashion where their defense was just giving up so much, their secondary was just getting exploited, and offense in the first half couldn't really getting going too much. I mean, it was a rainy day. Like, it was crazy. You would see the cameras and look super clear, and then all of a sudden they show like a side picture and like, dude, it's pouring in Kansas City. Like, holy shit. But I mean, they were able to get the job done, dude. Luckily, the defense was able to step it up. Jalen Carter almost got an interception when Patrick Mahomes threw it on the ground. That would have been sweet if he got that. But dude,
Oh yeah, when Mahomes was trying to spike the ball,
man. He had it too. It
almost
just bounced off his hands.
Yeah, that would have been insane.
That'd been crazy.
Yeah, I mean, from a partially unbiased perspective, that was a really good Monday Night Football game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
might have been one of the best ones of the season so far.
Oh yeah,
like it wasn't boring. It was really exciting. The Eagles, they struggled offensively to move the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They got a good portion of the game in before they had like a third down conversion, right?
Yeah,
they went 3 of 11 on third down, which is really that's terrible. And Hurts only threw for 150 yards. He only rushed for 29. DeAndre Swift, I was texting you during the game. It's like, dude, he's the only one that's doing anything for the offense.
killing it. Yeah,
he had 76 yards with 12 carries.
That offensive line was holding it down for him. At one point, Jason Kelsey led the charge and had a really good block, and I think Swift rushed for like 15 yards. But yeah, man, they were struggling passing the ball. It's one of those things that are sometimes it's just Hurts doesn't. He's efficient, but sometimes he just doesn't look as great. He gets low yardage, but I mean, at the end of the day, you're getting wins, man. He knows how to win.
That's
he
all
knows how to
coaching
win.
with them winning. That's the coaching. Like that 150 yards, a good chunk of that was that big bomb he threw to Devontae Smith.
Dude,
like if that didn't happen, he'd probably be sub 100 yards on the game, dude.
Yeah.
A couple of the explosive plays that happened, the defense holding when they needed to. They held the Chiefs completely scoreless in that second half.
Yeah.
Those things together is really what helped the Eagles win that game.
Yeah. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is doing what he does best. He was also, I mean, he was also held, I think, to like 180 yards. He was under 200 for sure. They both were, but
Yep,
he was
you're
held.
right. He had 177 yards.
Kelsey
He
too. I mean
threw a
that
lot. He threw a lot though.
he did. He's throwing those quick passes, quick slants, but Travis Kelsey. That's what I was telling you, man. Like fantasy football is it's tough, man. Watching it kind of ruins your experience sometimes. It's just like I'm rooting for Kelsey, but at the same time I'm not because
Exactly.
But yeah, dude,
Yeah.
when he got the ball punched out of his hands, and defense was on it, bro. I was so happy. I was like, you know what, whatever. Rather have I want
Yeah.
the Eagles to win this.
Yep. No, Mahomes threw the ball 43 times. And rushed 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing Mahomes things. Isaiah Pacheco had a really good game.
He
89
did,
yards.
man. He was killing us. He was killing us those runs, dude.
Yeah, that was unstoppable. That's a problem with that D line. That needs to get addressed because that
It's a
is
linebacker position, man. We're definitely struggling on that side. I know there were some rumors where the new player on the Colts, or not new player, but that player on the Colts that recently got released. I forget his name, but my potential to be in talks with the Eagles. We'll see, but it's that linebacker position needs to be addressed.
Yep. Yeah, that's a pro. He's not Isaiah Pacheco's not in like top 10 of running backs in the league. He shouldn't be putting up those numbers against the Eagles.
He hasn't had too many explosive games either. That's what I was kind of counting on his under yardage.
That's why he's been sitting on
Rushing.
my fantasy bench all season.
Yeah, he's been disappointing, but there's just things that teams find with the Eagles that they're able to exploit and they do it well, and it's just one of those things. But at the end of the day, I mean, we're getting wins. Like you said, Devontae Smith, that throw, that like 50-yard bomb, like
It was big.
that was a beautiful throw. And then sure enough, it stops. He kneels down, takes a knee at the 1 yard line. And what do we do best, man?
Yes, sir.
That brotherly shove, dude.
Yes.
They were carrying the D line with that. But man, Chris Jones is having a hell of a game too. He's getting to the quarterback. He was sacking Hurts. He exploiting Landon Dickerson. I'll give the Chiefs props, man. They looked really good.
Yeah, it's a wonder how they've gotten this far with such a terrible receiving core that constantly drops passes. Travis Kelsey is really their only receiver there that they should keep. They should scrap everybody. They should get rid of everybody and just keep Kelsey.
I don't understand how. I think DeAndre Hopkins was like in talks with them, but they didn't want him. Like
It's crazy.
I think I'm pretty sure. Like, how do you not go after like a top wide receiver? And how does no
But
one want to go to the Chiefs? It's like if you're a decent wide receiver and you want to win, like go to
yeah,
the Chiefs, dude.
that's the
It's
best.
like
That is the best opportunity to get a Super Bowl ring right there.
yeah, it's like trying to get. It's like in the NBA, try to form these super teams who you'll guarantee to win. Like, dude, just go to the Chiefs. You're a decent wide receiver. Like,
Yep.
I feel like Mike Evans, if he's done with Tampa Bay, if he goes to the Chiefs, holy crap, dude, he's gonna be nasty.
He's gonna be eating. He's gonna be eating good. Yeah, some of these guys should be they should be eliminated. They shouldn't even be on the practice. Marquez, Valdez
Eliminated.
Scantling, they should be eliminated. Valdez Scantling, bro,
Oh man,
that drop pass in the end zone.
dude, I
That
was
would have
sweating.
been a touchdown. They would have won the game.
I mean, they started a minute left, but yeah, I get what you're saying. That was
They would have with the way the game was going, I don't see the Eagles getting down the field to get a touchdown to come back from that.
yeah, that was escaped with that win, man. This is,
It's crazy. The drop passes are insane. Kadarius Toney, they've relegated him to kick return and punt
yeah.
return. That's where he should be. You know what? At least he can catch those, right?
Well, he's doing pretty good too, man. He's getting some yards on that.
Yeah, he averaged 9.7 yards for his punt returns, 6 returns for 58 yards. Not bad.
Not bad.
Well, cool, man. Any other Eagles gloating that you want to do? Or are you
No,
about
I
done?
think I'm done, man. I'm excited. First game in the gauntlet. Tough schedule coming up, but that was good to see. Really hype. Excited. Let's keep it going. That's all I can say. Let's just hopefully with this 4 or 5 game stretch that they're going to be going up against some really good teams, they're able to like learn and just dial it in. They're able to dial it and get that play calling right. Brian Johnson needs to freaking do something different, man. It can't just be running plays. It can't be just rushing. We have too many talented wide receivers. Too many. They were also missing Dallas Goedert. He was definitely the key piece, and then the other tight end got hurt, so they're struggling on the tight end position right now for that blocking and that quick pass. But they got to get it figured out, man.
Definitely, I completely agree. And it's gonna be a big game next Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big one. There's no question to me who I think is going to win that one, but let's go down the gamut, bro. Let's go down the list of games. So I think that wraps up week 11 for us. Let's get into week 12. Give our predictions.
Let's get it.
So we have a game tomorrow morning at 10:30 our time, Pacific Standard Time. Yep, 10:30. We have the Green Bay Packers heading to Detroit to take on the Lions. Packers are 4-6, and Lions are 8-2. Lions 7.5-point favorites. What are you thinking here, Brian?
I mean, it kind of goes back to the same thing that we're talking about, how the Lions, their defense is getting exploited. Games are a little too close. The Packers, I mean, they haven't been great. This is the second time they play, right?
I think so. Yes, it is.
It's the second
So
time
I was looking at some of the stats. The Packers, they actually held Amon-Ra St. Brown to a low yardage, like 40-something, maybe, if that, maybe a little lower. The last time that they met up.
This is tough because I think the Packers have almost 8 or 10 people on injury report. They have a lot of injuries, so they're going to be struggling on that side. I'll just for this one, I'm going to go with the straight money line. Detroit Lions.
Detroit Lions money line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? I mean, I for sure think they're going to win. I don't know by 7.5, so I'll just take a money line.
Yeah, I can understand that. I'm going with the 7.5 money line. Lions are just better.
The what were you doing?
I'm going 7.5 for the Lions, winning by 7.5.
Okay.
They're just better, bro. Packers are rebuilding, quote unquote. Coolio. Next, we have a division rivalry game. Washington Commanders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. This one is in Dallas. Cowboys are 12.5-point favorites. Thoughts, Brian?
I think I'm gonna take the Commanders plus 12.5. That's a huge spread. I mean, obviously the Cowboys they have the weapons to do it offensively, to score plenty of touchdowns, defensively as well. But yeah, can't root for the Cowboys taking 12.5.
Yeah, and you know what? That's what I have too. I have the Commanders covering the spread of 12.5. It's a large spread. Division rivals. There's a lot to fight for here, and I haven't been paying attention to them. They haven't played yet, have they? Nope, they have not played yet. We'll see. The Commanders are coming off of a tough loss to the Giants.
Yeah.
Let's see, man. I'm totally okay with us doing that. I don't feel dumb at all. Next game is San Francisco 49ers heading to Seattle, taking on the Seahawks. The Niners are 7-point favorites. What are your thoughts, Brian?
This is another one, man, where Seahawks in Seattle is a tough place to play. It's loud. It's they're not, I think, the same division.
Yep. These are division rivals.
Yeah. Division Niners,
they're experienced playing there.
Yeah, I definitely think the Niners are gonna win. Yeah, well, you know what? Yeah, I'll take it -7. Why not? I just remember how great they played last week with the Chase Young and their new defensive side. So -7, I'll take it. Yeah, it should be easy.
I'm going to be a little bit safer here. I'm just going to go Niners money line since it is division rivalry. It might be a little closer. And the Seahawks aren't pushovers this season either. They're playing good. They got some decent things going on offense and defense that's stepped up in a couple of key games. So that'll be a fun one. This is my question to you. Are we taking Christian McCaffrey to get a touchdown?
Oh yeah, dude.
You
Oh
know?
yeah.
You
Oh
in?
yeah. I am.
Yeah, cool. Just wondering.
It sucks
Just wondering
that.
if you lost faith.
No, I mean he got a touchdown last week, but the week before that, when he didn't, he was about to break the record, dude. I had to bet him too. I mean, I missed two. I missed someone else. I think it was Mark Andrews, but it's like, dude, the one time I add you to my parlay, of course you're gonna fucking ruin it.
Of course. That's how it goes, dude. Somebody apologized on
I
the
saw that.
post.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, I apologize. This is my first time betting, and I picked him, so this one's totally on me.
This is on
Sorry,
me.
guys.
I felt that one. I felt that.
Oh, cool. There's a lot of division rivalry games this Sunday, but that was actually on Friday. That was the last Thursday game for tomorrow at 6:21. Moving into the Friday gamut, we have the one game, Black Friday game. Miami Dolphins headed to New York to take on the Jets. Dolphins are a whopping 9.5-point favorites. What's your pick?
I'm gonna go with Dolphins minus 9.5. Jets offense is just not great. They're going with that not new quarterback, but they're going with the other quarterback. I forget his name.
Somebody that's really terrible from what I've heard.
Yeah, he's not great. He's got like 8 touchdowns and 14 interceptions, some terrible record like that. But Miami defense is going to be having a field day. Jalen Ramsey, I would not be surprised if he got a pick 6 here. Definitely go Dolphins minus 9.5.
Yeah, I am too. I
Boyle,
have
I
Dolphins
think.
9.5.
What's his
What's that?
name? Is his name Boyle? Tim
That sounds
Boyle?
familiar. I was looking it up. Yeah, it's Tim Boyle,
Tim Boyle, yeah.
and they have like, I guess they're bringing 3 quarterbacks with them.
Shit.
Yeah, no joke. They're bringing him, Trevor Siemian, and then Zach Wilson, I believe. So they might be doing some interesting things there. But yeah, man, I'm right there with you. 9.5. Dolphins powerhouse.
What about this next one? What are you thinking?
The New England Patriots heading to New York to take on the Giants.
Watching it? Are you watching it?
I'll watch it. My spirits have not been so crushed anymore, and I want to see the Paisano passer.
Gababoo.
Yes, I want to
Gabagool.
see. I want to see what he can do. I mean, these two teams have some roots in big competition in those previous Super Bowls. It's probably going to be a boring game to anybody that's not a fan of either team. A lot of defensive stuff going on. Like, the Giants had 6 turnovers last week, and the Patriots, they're defensive centric. I think the Patriots are going to win this game. Unfortunately, I hate to pick it, but I think that's what's going to happen. Whether it's a home game or not for the Giants, it's irrelevant this season. I feel like they perform worse at home.
Everyone hates that stadium. Did you see that? They voted MetLife being one of the worst stadiums to play at.
It's like the most expensive stadium. It's in the swamp. Parking sucks. Getting there sucks. And it's ugly as hell too.
It's that turf too.
Yeah, somebody said that they should just make that Jet Life Stadium. Jets play there, and they get a new stadium for the Giants. Not a terrible idea. Maybe somewhere actually in New York. Yeah, man, I'm partial to the Patriots in this one, unfortunately. I think the defense is Belichick knows how to kill a rookie quarterback. He is going to be murdering DeVito. DeVito might get injured in this game. So I'm going to take Patriots.
All right. Well, I'm gonna support your boys. Support the Paisan. I'm gonna go New York Giants plus 3.5. I think they're gonna get it done. I mean, like you said, the Bill Belichick. I mean, he's gonna definitely remember those 2 Super Bowl losses. He's gonna try to murder Danny DeVito, but I think the Italian Wonder is gonna hold it in there, bro. I think he's gonna hold it in there. He's gonna hold it down.
The poor guy.
The
poor guy's
He's
gonna
like,
call Danny DeVito.
He's got it, bro. He's gonna come home with this chicken parm, the chicken cutlets after a
The
beautiful Thanksgiving dinner. Like, yeah, he's got it. Plus 3.5. Let's go.
All right, bro. Tommy DeVito.
You sure you're not Italian?
I'm sure. I like
Danny
Italian
DeVito.
food though.
I'm just kidding.
Maybe we'll see. Maybe he can do some good things, and he'll have his own nickname. He won't be Tommy Dimes or Danny DeVito. He'll just be Tommy. Tommy Guns. There we go. Tommy Guns, bro.
Tommy Guns. Let's go. I like it.
That'd be sick.
Gabagool.
Gabagoo. All right, next game for Sunday. Steelers heading to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Broken, battered Bengals, who are without the sexiest man in NFL history, aside from Jimmy G, being Joe Burrow. So what's your pick here, Brian?
I'm going to have to go with the Steelers, man. They recently fired Matt Canada. Probably going to be fired up. Kind of the same thing with the Bills, where they fired Ken Dorsey Dorsey, sorry. Fired their own coach and
Josh McDaniels, piece of shit.
No, I'm talking about the Bills. Sorry.
Oh, the Bills. Oh yeah,
Shane. No, what the fuck is his name? We made a meme about him. Ken Dorsey. That's the head coach.
That sounds right.
That is Ken Dorsey. What the fuck is that dude's name? Look it up. Jamie, will you mind looking it up, please?
Jamie, pull that one up.
Pull that one, Jamie. This is Ken Dorsey. Right.
Adam Schefter.
That's who reported it. That's the ESPN guy.
Oh. Yeah, Ken Dorsey.
Ken Dorsey. All right. We're looking like stooges over here, bro.
What?
Yeah, Ken Dorsey. But yeah, so kind of like that with Ken Dorsey. And like you said, Josh McDaniels, where they fired the two head coaches and they came back super pumped up. So, I mean, Steelers still have a great defense. Bengals, I don't even know who their backup quarterback's going to be, but they're just better, like you said.
Yeah. So, interesting thing about them, they have Jake Browning as the quarterback number 2. He'll be the starter. Interesting thing, QB number 2 and QB 3 for right now are both guys from the XFL. So very, very cool stuff. AJ McCarron did plenty of time in the NFL as a backup quarterback.
I like him.
He is QB number 2.
He'll
be there. So I'm kind of hopeful that he gets an opportunity, bro. An opportunity to play. I love AJ McCarron.
Yeah.
Let me see who the other one was. They just pulled on.
I'm still taking Steelers though.
You're still taking Steelers?
Yeah, that defense is too good right now.
Yeah, Drew Plitt is the other one. Drew Plitt is the other guy that they pulled over from XFL. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that too. You know, my initial thoughts were Bengals, but you're right, man. They're coming in here a little bit fired up, getting rid of Canada, and then Bengals are having their QB struggles.
Yeah,
I'll roll with it. Steelers money line.
Q.
Avoiding that 1.5 point spread.
Trap. It's a trap.
Touch it. It is a trap. Next game on the gamut. Garbage Bowl 2.0. We have the Panthers, then Tennessee to take on the Titans. Titans are 4-point favorites.
I am going with the Titans just because we like Will Levis. I feel like we're Will Levis stands. We're fans of the program.
We are.
I would not be surprised if the Panthers pull it off though. But I think they might have a chance because of how bad the Titans defense is. But I mean, we still have DeAndre Hopkins who's been fucking balling out. We still have the King Derrick Henry. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting matchup, man. Like you said, it's Garbage Bowl 2.0. I feel like no defense is gonna be played. I mean, we'll see. Bryce Young, maybe he can finally get some courage, get some momentum going. But I'm gonna take the Titans. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Titans.
One win right now. It's so bad, dude.
I'm excited. Wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers are able to pull it off. So I would say I'm going with the Titans, but I would say if you were gonna take it +4. I'm going Titans still money line. Just because I'm not a smart man.
I'm going Titans money line too. I'm not a smart man either, but I'm in the same boat. I think they're going to win with Will Levis and a couple other offensive weapons. D-Hop.
D-Hop.
Panthers are in a position where they don't know what it feels like to win. I don't think they're capable. They might finish 1-16. So I'm taking the Tennessee Titans.
Ooh.
Next game, Jacksonville Jaguars heading to Houston to take on the Texans. Jaguars 1.5-point favorites.
The trap.
Who we picking here? Trevor Lawrence, CJ Stroud.
This is a must-win game for the Jaguars. I'm gonna say that. All games are must-win games, but this one is definitely a must-win. This is gonna be up against a pretty hot team right now with the Texans. The Texans are definitely gonna be able to exploit the Jaguars defense on this one. I'm gonna take the Texans plus 1.5. Yeah, I was gonna go Jaguars, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll take Texans plus 1.5.
That's where we're split. Today. I am taking the Jaguars money line. Yeah, I like CJ Stroud a lot, but Trevor Lawrence, ETN. It's like they just got more going on.
A question for you? Are you since I saw you picked them up? Are you gonna start Ridley? Are you gonna risk it?
I might. It depends because I have
Look at
3 decent running backs right now, and one of those running backs is in my flex spot.
Yeah, that's where that's where it's iffy.
It's where he might go. I don't know.
Dude. He's such. You see, he's had out of the 11 games, he's had 2 or 3 really good games. Like we're just like, oh, dude, he's wide receiver number 1 for sure. He's killing it, but then he's just such a disappointment. Like the one time I drop him, like I texted him. I remember I was like, dude, this motherfucker scored 26 points fantasy, bro. Are you kidding me? The one game I drop him. I mean, I dropped him for Tank Dell, so that was a come up on for me. But yeah,
it sucks because it's like, do we blame that on them, or do we look at the game and we see like they're double and triple covered because they know what the threat is? Is that on them, or should they be good enough where they can still get receptions in spite of that? Like, Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson, those guys are always doubled up. There's always defenders watching them, and they still break free, and they're able to make record-setting numbers.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see, dude. We'll see how it really goes. I might throw them in there just because some of my receivers have been underperforming greatly, except for one that I got rid of.
One thing let's talk about fantasy real quick is I out of my original 15 players, I've dropped 10. That's including defense. I have only kept 5 players of my original team.
No kidding.
Dude, I was looking at that. I was like, wait, what's my team look like now compared to I was like, I only have 5 players out of my original 15. I have like been going through back and forth so much. And I'm in first place, bro. Like apparently I didn't draft great, or I might have just my top 5 players, but like the other, like some of my come ups, man, have just been like on point, bro. Tank Dell was great. Mostert was great.
Yep.
The Browns defense when I got him was amazing. Just a lot of my, but Swift, the fact that they even dropped Swift, like,
yep.
I think you give up on fantasy a little. I know we were talking about NFL football. I think you gave up on fantasy a little too quickly, but like, I know those games were a struggle, but oh man, just give up. I mean, like I said, I gave up 10. I gave away 10 players, bro. And then
I'm looking at
been
mine.
Able to pull it through.
I gave away 6. 6 of mine I either dropped or traded.
Yeah.
So I only have 9 of my original 15. Actually,
crazy.
8 because I just got rid of another one.
It's not too different, but yeah, man, it's like you gotta be. Gus Edwards is another pickup I had as well, but like these, you gotta be like constantly. I remember constantly looking just to see who's good, who's hot right now, and
yep,
man, fantasy, man.
Yep, and players will be hot and they'll be cold, and some will be just garbage all season, like T. Higgins. That dude He may have single-handedly killed me early on.
That's always with Ridley and Cooper for me. Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 points a game is just consistently is just ridiculous. But yeah, man, we'll see. Now, at least we know now. We know we're gonna be smarter for next year, right?
That's probably not.
Well, yeah, probably worse actually. Let's get back into the schedule here. We have another divisional matchup. New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons 1.5-point favorites. Seeing that a lot today.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts?
It'll be another garbage game. I'm going with the Falcons too. Saints are just ass cheeks. Not taking the 1.5 though. So yeah, it's just money line.
Neither.
I almost said money line.
I'm Sam. I'm taking the I am taking money line for the Falcons. Better. Bijan Robinson. I hope Taylor Heineke's back, actually. Ooh, I don't know if he's gonna be back or not. That's gonna be a question. God, I hope they don't start Desmond Ridder. Cool. Next game, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Indianapolis Colts at Indianapolis. Colts 2.5-point favorites.
Give me the Colts, man. They're playing at home.
Give me the Colts too, bro.
Off a bye week. We're tracking, dude. They're coming off a bye week, bro. Like Minshew magic, man. He's gonna get it done.
I love it. I love seeing it. Baker Mayfield, yeah, he's pretty good, but he's nowhere. He's nowhere near top 20. Yeah, man, I'm right there with you. Colts. Let's ride with the Colts. Colts are doing a little better this season, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to do worse than last season.
That's true.
Yeah, 5-5 right now. They're in the race. All right, another divisional matchup. Los Angeles Rams heading to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Rams are 1.5-point favorites. What are your thoughts?
Give me the Cardinals at home. I know you're going to be at this game, so luckily you're going to. That's pretty exciting.
It's weird, bro. That's so weird because I'm taking the Cardinals at home too. Money line, baby. Let's go.
Money. Let's go.
Come on.
I like it, bro. I think they'll be able to get it done. The Rams got a good win last week against the Seahawks. I don't know if you're watching that game. A couple missed field goals, but that was a good game, man. That was a pretty good game. Give me the Cardinals.
Yep, me too. They are underrated because of their record. They are a good team. They're the best team. Compared to the rest of the NFL, especially the rest of the NFC. Like, it's just that record, dude. Like, they're better than 2-9. They're way better than 2-9.
Yeah.
One of the best 2-9 teams I've ever seen.
I think the fact that they beat the Cowboys, they should get like an extra 5 wins.
I think so too. And they lose all their games by like 1 score.
Yeah.
They're almost as bad as the Chargers.
Almost.
Except the Chargers actually we have like standards. We hold the Chargers too.
Right.
Coolio. All right, next game. I'm split on this one, dude. Browns heading to Denver to take on the Broncos. Mile High Stadium. Broncos are 1.5-point favorites.
Trap.
Favorites, yeah. What are your thoughts?
I want the Broncos. Oh, geez. I want the Broncos to win this one.
You do?
Those money line. Give me the Broncos. Oh, sorry. Browns. Holy shit.
Okay.
I want the Browns to win this one.
Confusing me.
Oh, bad. Sorry. I had completely brain farted. Give me the Browns.
Why do you want the Browns to win this one?
Because I got their defense on my fantasy and I need this motherfucking win.
That's the only reason.
That's the only reason.
Oh, shit.
I like their defense, bro. I like their defense. I know Russell Wilson is the man, but I want the Browns to win this. I feel like they're going to be able to It's gonna be a tough, dirty game. I feel like it's gonna be a really tough, gritty game. So, God, I think the Broncos are able to power through this one. So, Browns. What the fuck? I keep saying Broncos.
Are you
Browns.
well? Are you okay?
I'm not
Everything
okay.
okay over there?
This is all vodka. No, it's not.
Well, I'm taking Browns 1.5. Browns plus 1.5. Defense can limit the game to be very low scoring. I'm thinking it's gonna be a lower scoring game. I'm taking that right there. 1.5 points. And the over-under for that game is 35.5 per
See,
FanDuel.
low game, low scoring game.
Low game. The only lower game of the week is the Patriots and Giants, which, I mean, come on. Come on.
Yeah, man.
Next game, Chiefs heading to Las Vegas, take on the Raiders. Chiefs 8.5-point favorites.
That's a big spread.
That's a big spread.
They play this.
Are you taking that
already,
spread?
I don't know. Did they play this year? They've already played, right?
I kind of feel like they have, right?
I think they have. Did they?
I don't know. Let me check.
All right, check it out. Pull it up, Jamie.
I'll check that while you tell me what your thoughts are.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's a big spread, 8.5. Raiders are not great, but I mean, they've been able to get wins consistently. That they've been on the turnaround. It's kind of hard to bet against Mahomes again, especially on not such a great team. But 8.5, that's a big spread. I'll take the Raiders plus 8.5.
Go for it. They haven't played yet. They play again on Christmas,
That's it.
Yeah, that'll be heartbreaking for some and uplifting for others. That is a really big spread, dude. And the Raiders' defense has gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
Unless the Chiefs address their offense issues, the defense did decent against the Eagles, but unless they start addressing the issues they have moving the ball offensively, I'll take the Raiders plus 8.5.
I think they'll be able to have much better luck getting to Mahomes and the dude. He was just not being. They were just. It's like the Eagles forgot how to tackle him, bro. He's just splitting defenders left and right. So I think Crosby's gonna be able to get to him. Their defense, hopefully, that's a personal one too, because I think Crosby and Mahomes have some beef.
Really?
He's yelling at him, "I'm him, I'm him."
Ooh,
You remember that?
no.
Mahomes yelling out that "I'm him" in his
Oh
Kermit voice.
boy.
Yeah, dude, I'd look it up, but there's some beef there. I just remembered about that, so I'll take the Raiders plus 8.5.
I'm there with you, 8.5. And I like the Chiefs. I like Andy Reid. I like what they've done. I am sick this season though of hearing about Taylor Swift every time we come back from commercial break for a Chiefs game. Many of you are wondering why Taylor Swift is not here for this
Haters
game.
gonna hate.
She's actually on
and the
tour.
players gonna play.
So nobody cares.
Shake it off. Uh-huh.
It's the worst shit that's ever happened to football. Next game.
How good? How so?
It's fucking annoying as hell, dude.
You're just one of those
trying to watch
old bitter.
Trying to watch football.
You're old and bitter, man.
When they break up, at least when they break up,
no
it'll
reason
be over.
to hate. No,
it'll be all over.
Their end game.
Oh god, you're gonna make me vomit. Next game, we have the Buffalo Bills heading to Philly, the city of the brotherly shove. Take on the Eagles. Eagles are 3-point favorites. If I had to ask, Brian, who do you
Give
think
me
is
the
gonna win this game?
motherfucking Eagles -3 all day, every day. Josh Allen is gonna get intercepted like 3 times. Kevin Byard's gonna get an interception. Slay's gonna get an interception. Blankenship is gonna get interceptions. 3 interceptions right there. Calling it right here.
Over under 0.5 interceptions. Or 0.5 pick sixes.
Ooh, pick 6.
How many pick sixes are gonna happen here?
I'm gonna say 1.
You think one's gonna happen?
Blankenship interception. I like it.
It's possible.
Pick 6.
It's possible, bro.
Possible.
Especially against Josh Allen. Anything's possible.
If you just believe.
I actually also have the Eagles -3 to beat the Bills. Bills are, like we have discussed, going down. They have one of the toughest schedules remaining, and they are not going to get through it.
I wish this was a primetime game.
I do too. It feels like it should be, right?
Yeah.
Oh well. That'll be the game we watch at 2:00. Well, actually, it won't because I'll be watching the Cardinals
Yeah.
destroy the Rams.
Aye.
Next game, we have the Ravens heading to Los Angeles to take on the Chargers. Ravens are 3.5-point favorites. Bri Pie, what do you think?
This is gonna be a Baltimore home game, man. Those LA games, dude, it is always there's never any fans there. And like you said, those Baltimore Ravens, they like to travel. They traveled well to Arizona. Thanksgiving holiday weekend, they're definitely gonna want to be in LA instead of the shit town in Baltimore. Give me the Ravens -3.5.
Go for it, dude. Go for it. I'm
I
just
got
taking
nothing
the
against Baltimore, by the way. I just
fuck Baltimore.
fuck
What a
Baltimore.
shithole. I've never even been there. I don't know. I have no idea what it looks like.
No, we're gonna have ops. We're gonna have ops.
Shit. I'm just taking the Ravens money line. I think they'll beat the Chargers. Unfortunately, I like the Chargers. I like Herbie and Eki and Allen.
Who are you starting? You got Jared Goff and you got Herbie. This dude, I was looking at that. I was like, who is he
Good
gonna
question.
start?
That's a good question.
I want to look into that, bro. I
I
don't
might
know.
take Herbie out, bro, because
Yeah.
I might take him out. I mean, the Packers defense is far worse than the Ravens. Ravens have a good defense this season.
You look into the weather too, because that's gonna take a factor. That's gonna be a factor if it's a snowy game. I mean, I might not be passing the ball too much. Who knows?
That's true.
Gibbs
I don't know what
and
to do.
Montgomery might have a run. Just
Very
some
true.
information, bud. Just information.
There's some very good tips. Very good tips from you. I appreciate it. I'll have to look at it. Probably forget.
Probably.
Whoever's on there now is probably just gonna play.
Dude, remember Tori said she fucking threw. She didn't set her. She set Russell Wilson. I was like, you really started Wilson over Burrow?
Oh, yeah, she didn't know. My brother, he I think he had somebody in as running back, and it was gonna be one of those Europe games
Yeah.
at like 6:30 in the morning our time. So he was sleeping. Overnight, that dude ended up going out and he didn't start the game. So that dude just sat on his bench or sat on his starting position.
Duh.
Big old fat donut.
Dude, our league is so close right now. Like our top five players are so. It's like we're one game apart. So anything can happen.
Yeah, good
I know
for
you're
you.
at the bottom of the barrel, but
Yeah.
you got
Yeah,
the same
bottom of the
record
barrel.
as your Giants, bud.
I know, isn't that poetic? And we
That's
both won the
crazy.
same week.
Yeah.
It's weird. We'll see if they also win against the Patriots and I win in fantasy. There's something going on here. There's something
Magic.
happening.
Black magic.
Could be. Last game of the slate for week 12. Chicago Bears heading to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. The Vikings are rightfully so 3.5-point favorites. Bryce,
Give me the Pastronaut -3.5.
Pasternaut. I like it. Go get him, Dobbs. Go get those Bears. I like it too. I think the Vikings definitely on track for that wild card spot. Might be able to take the North, which I think as far as a team being in a division, it just makes sense that they're in a division called the North. Just sounds right, you know? Vikings. Yep. Anyway. Fuck you.
Fucking terrible ass jokes, dude.
No, it's
So
not a
bad.
joke. I'm just saying it's ironic. Well, anyway, I like the Minnesota Vikings too. -3.5 sounds like a really great steal of a deal. They're gonna kill the Bears.
Kill.
On prime time. Why do the Bears keep getting on prime time? Nobody
market?
thought they would be good this season.
Some people did. Some people thought that Justin Fields was going to have an MVP season. Joke's on them.
Joke's on them, bro. He hasn't even had a season. He's been
Hey.
gone for most of it. Feels like. Cool, man. That wraps up week 12 for us. Those are all our predictions.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any closing thoughts here?
Have a good Thanksgiving. We're not going to be filming on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Wow. Very intriguing. My God. Anyway. Jesus.
What you want from me, bud? What do you
Had
want?
something more, bro. What was
Like
that?
what? I don't know.
So, yeah.
So yeah.
The hell is all
No,
that about?
it's gonna be a fun weekend. Fun
There you
week.
go.
Fun weekend. It's gonna be great. Lots
There
of
you go.
lots of yummy, delicious food.
There you
We're all gonna
go.
eat.
Yeah.
We're gonna get drunk. We're gonna
Get it.
watch football. We're
Hit
gonna
it.
have a great fucking time.
Know him. That's what I want. That's what I want. Let's fucking go.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Let's fucking go, bro.
Let's
Fuck
go.
yeah. Thanks for watching. See y'all next Wednesday.